Want to play bass?
Hey, that bass sounds good over there, man. Yeah. No, you sound great.
I always think when I get those prompt words, that's the stupidest word in the world. Just give it a chance, you know? It's a brand new day and another new year. Start it all over again. The prompt was plunge. We're fresh start, gonna stretch the heart. Please never be. There comes a time that you realize the cows will never ever come on. Don't hesitate, it might get too late. You could wind up all alone. I think I go to sleep. No more time and tail and run cheap. Suck it up like a sponge. She'll see love. Take the plunge. If you're gonna love like no other, get up out of your chair. Put your big boy pants on and get her done. Don't forget clean underwear. Always been a little quiet. Never got you anywhere. Love will tune your life around. Make your heart pound if you got a life to share. There's no more turning tail and run. Suck it up like a sponge. You can see love. Take the plunge. Someone take one. I'll do it. Never thought you'd live all that long. It's long enough to wish you were dead. Gotta get it right, put up a fight. You'll be sorry on your deathbed. Love will last forever. Only open the door. Love's so sweet, make your heart beat. Without it, what's it all for? No more turning tail and run. Suck it up like a sponge. She'll see love. Take the plunge. No more turning tail and run. Suck it up like a sponge. She'll see love. Take the plunge. Retarded.
Okay, I hope people don't flip birds and get up and walk out when I sing this song.
That would take energy.
Be nice. Be nice.
A seated bird is
He's already leaving.
Yeah.
He's out of
Really
here.
anticipate.
Mama didn't raise no fool.
That's right, I raised myself.
I feel that way too.
There is no myself.
Visit every summer to pursue their annual quest. Loyal to the task ahead as they garner for their nest. And they endure the work across the brutal fields for the gifts of love that only they can can yield. They are the bluebirds in the garden near my house. And I marvel as they fill their young ones' mouths. And I am just the steward, the steward of the field and all it grows. And it isn't only mine to share. Or is it only mine to withhold? In an empty boxcar, rolling through the night, I was huddled in the corner, hopefully out of sight. But when the door jerked open, I startled at the sound, and a gentle voice quietly asked, "Hombre, is anyone else around?" He grabbed the rail and he looked my way, and he passed a fleeting grin. And I pressed into the corner as he swung his body in. From a calloused hand, something rolled my way. From a calloused hand, something rolled my way. A fresh ripe orange from the grove where it labored through the day. As we rolled down from Fresno, beneath the cold bright stars, we shared our lives with photos passed across the car. Found common ground with a laugh or two, happily stumbling with a language that I barely knew. Now years later, the border talk has turned downright hateful. And while I recall the gift from the calloused hand of a father kind and faithful, I wonder at those talkers, so sure of what they think they know. Do their calloused hearts have the slightest comprehension of how it feels to jump a boxcar from an orange grove? They visit in the summer to pursue their annual quest, loyal to the task ahead, while they garner as our guests. And they endure their work across the brutal fields for the gifts of love that only they can yield. And through the value of their care, I know they are faithful to the bounty it bestows. We are only stewards, the fields and all they grow. they aren't only ours to share, nor are they only ours to withhold.
Oh, yeah.
So I wasn't sure if I was going to be singing this song this weekend. It's not really done, and I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to finish this one. And I think of Liv Taylor had a beautiful little saying that you can buy a work of art and hang it over your couch just as it was, but you probably are going to put a frame around it, and that enhances its look. And I'm big on introductions for a song, and I don't know how I would introduce this. I don't know if I could play it out, but I thought I'd just, with these folks, I wanted to talk a little bit about what inspired me to write this and what I went through to write it. This is not something I would ever really tell muggles. But I think many of you know about Al and Amy, and Al's illness and then death. And I was thinking about Amy and trying to see that through her eyes, and I just can't imagine what it's like to lose half of your soul like that. And if I try and look at the sun, my brain doesn't let me. It makes me look off to the side, and I kept trying to see this event through Amy's eyes, and my brain wouldn't let me do it. And I felt that something needed to be said, and watching her, I don't know what the verb is, recover from this. And I remember on New Year's Day, she posted a little something that said, "Happy New Life," which just really touched me. And I wanted to try and capture some of that, more for my own healing and to get over this. And unfortunately, we're all encountering this more and more. So I'm not gonna, I'll be making a bunch of mistakes and I'll get choked up a little bit here, but just wanted to share with you where it is now. Embers dance and the fire fades, then surrenders to the dawn. Kitchen table has been set for two, as I still do since you've been gone. Our bed doesn't feel so empty when I lay down on your side. The sheets have all gone cold, but it was not our love that died. I still wear your old red shirt, the elbows both worn through. When I bring it close and breathe real deep, it still has the scent of you. Your clothes are spilled out of boxes, piled high on the U-Haul van. Laughter and sorrows, scores of tomorrow, now part of a different plan. Your love brings me the strength for all that life might bring. Your love brings me the courage to fly on just one wing. So many things I meant to say, things I meant to do. When that bridge was crossed, half my soul was lost. The day that I lost you. Staring at your empty chair, pretending you're not gone. I'm grateful you were here at all, and that my love for you lives on. Your love gives me the strength for all that life might bring. Your love brings me the courage to fly on just one wing. Time and again I crash and burn. Catching the wind is hard to learn. A little bit farther day by day, a little bit of love goes a long, long way. Your love gives me the strength for all that life might bring. Your life brings me the courage to fly on just one wing.
John, it sounds pretty finished to me.
Yeah, it does.
Perfectly done, John.
I would say so. Yep.
She didn't have a plan when she left him back in Cheyenne, or only put her through. She might miss him in a year or two, stop, caution, go. She's standing in the Memphis rain, just watching the traffic flow. She's just waiting for the light, waiting for the light to change. When things went bad to worse, she had a talk with the universe, and then she took the lead. They brought her to this corner on Beale Street. Green, yellow, red. She's smiling in the Memphis rain. Fall on her heart instead. She's just waiting for the light, waiting for the light to change. She's declared her independence. The girl's gonna seize the day, gonna lose her blues in Memphis, and the only song she will obey is Walk, Run, Fly. She's dancing in the Memphis rain. Soon she'll reach for the sky, for now she's waiting for the light, trying to find the light, waiting for the light to change.
She left her home in the middle of the night, so children wouldn't see her crying 5 miles to feed. There was no word. The way of life she'd known was slowly dying. She left her home and family. She was their only home. And she prayed to God in heaven as she set out on that road. Oh, mi Dios, ayúdame. This is such a high price I have to pay. Oh, mi Dios, ayúdame. Lead me with your saving grace to America. She headed north, the only way she knew to go. She was beaten and robbed, took her shoes in Mexico. When she reached the border, she had nothing left. She paid the price to cross by surrendering herself. She closed her eyes up tightly to brace against the pain. And she prayed to God in heaven to forgive her of that shame. Oh, mi Dios, ayúdame. This is such a high price I have to pay. Oh, mi Dios, ayúdame. Stay with me till I am safe in America. Lives with 7 others, a trailer down my road. They all live like paupers and send their money home. She cleans our houses, she works in the fields. She tries to speak the language, her tongue it just won't yield. She ain't stealing nothing, she's doing what she had to do. Could I ever know the courage to walk in her shoes? Oh, mi Dios, ayúdame. This is such a high price she has to pay. Oh, mi Dios, ayúdame. Hold her tight and keep her safe in America. Hold her tight and keep her safe here in America.
Lisa, Could you tell Don the backstory of that?
I told you a little bit earlier. That's a song that I wrote for the. So I had a woman that showed up in my clinic who was 36 weeks pregnant, so a month away from delivery, and I had an interpreter with me, and so I said, well, what took you so long to come see me? And she said, well, I just got here, and. So the interpreter said, this is the lady, she had told me about her, and she said, you need to come look at her. And I saw her cry. Still, after all these years, she'll say, you need to come look at her feet. And it was like something you would like see in a movie or something, her feet were all cracked and ripped, and she had walked from Guatemala to Los Angeles. And she had left Guatemala because they were all starving. There was no jobs, there was no food, there was no income, and the people she traveled with abandoned her, and she walked, all she knew was just keep heading north. She walked through Mexico, she got beaten, she got robbed, they took her shoes, she ate out of trash cans, she slept in ditches, and she kept going. When she got to the border, she prostituted herself so she could get across, and so she got pregnant, and on this journey, and so I asked her, like I did with any woman that I meet who's pregnant by assault, because I asked her if she wanted to put her baby up for adoption, and she was horrified. She's like, why would I want to do that? It's not the baby. And she put her hands around her belly and she said, it's not the baby's fault. And she said, any child that comes to you, no matter how they come to you, is a gift. And so I got to be with her in labor, and I've had native Spanish speakers say, you didn't say it right, because it's oh Dios mío, and that's what you hear people all the time, oh Dios mío, oh Dios mío. But it was a conversation she was having. It was very, very personal, and I sat with her for hours, and she said, oh mi Dios, ayúdame, which is, oh God, help me, and then she'd say, yo no tengo la fuerza, I don't have the strength, and por favor, and sometimes she'd look at me and she'd say, Lisa, ayúdame, I can't do it. And when her baby was born, and I put the baby up on her chest, she just keened is the only word I have for it. She just wailed and keened, and it was in triumph that this was over, that here it was, that she had gone through this travail, and she kissed this baby, and she told how beautiful it was and all that. And she thanks, Gloria a Dios, thank you God, thank you God, thank you God, and then she just keened because she had these 4 children that she left in Guatemala that she knew she probably might not ever see again. And it was such a profound experience. Like I knew that people went through terrible things, but I didn't know it. And sitting there and going through that with her, it was like I really realized that I had no idea really what people go through. And so it took me a very long time to write her song, because I really wanted to do her story justice, and she was just one of many. And so I asked her, I said, well, how did you get to North Carolina? And she said, oh, I can't tell you that part of the story, that's too bad. Wow. And she had told us all the stuff that happened through Mexico.
It was worse than that.
It was worse than that, yeah. So, anyway, that's the story of that song. Beautifully written song. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So much love.
She taught me a lot about love. She really did, and about courage, and about sacrifice, and then, and what I could do for her was to be with her in it, and that's the thing that I have loved the most about being a midwife. And then I did 2.5 years in hospice, and during COVID, that sometimes all you can do, but the best thing you can do and the greatest thing is just be with, just sit with people, and but anyway, that's the story. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
This is something that Don and I wrote. Actually, you know, we've been pals forever, for as long as I lived in Nashville, and you know, go to ball games and do family stuff and hang out. And we never wrote a tune till like 5 or 6 years ago at Swallow and never wrote together. We just hung out. You know,
Yeah, I think that's
that's pretty close, right?
Finished.
I think that's the first one.
I wrote the lyric and he wrote the music. It was simple.
And then, well, that's what happened at camp, and then we finished. We added something at the end, yeah. Anyway, almost pretty appropriate for what you guys are singing. Lie in the feathers of now and forever, wherever you are. Breathe in the feeling of comfort and healing you've seen from afar. Rest easy, you belong to love now. Rest easy, you belong to love. You're sheltered, floating up above now. You belong to love now. You belong to love. Swim in an ocean of celestial motion that lines up our hearts. Fly to the answer. There's always a chance that we wind up as stars. Rest easy, you belong to love now. Rest easy, you belong to love. You're sheltered, floating up above now. You belong to love now. You belong to love. We're all moving toward that moment, the moment we are born. Love creates us, animates us. Love lives on and on. And